I think that the nominating committee of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is so fucked up, and they're just so inbred, and they're so off course. I think the only reason that I was asked to be in it now is because they had to do a TV show, and that's all the Hall of Fame was. There is no Hall of Fame. There was no party. They didn't introduce any of the inductees or the inductors. We never saw each other. There never was a little thing where they said, hey, this is the Hall of Fame and we're raising money and we're doing these music education programs and all that stuff. It was like, shut the fuck up. If you don't do what we tell you to do, we're going to cut you from the show. And we go, really? Cut us from the show.
It's okay.
And then they'd say, all right, we're not going to cut you from the show, and you can have 5 tickets for the band. Fuck you. We want tickets for the band, the wives and stuff. It just went on, and it was 3 months of insults and bullshit. And the actual event was a sound check that lasted 12 minutes, this kind of shitty cocktail party on the mezzanine of the arena, then was sent out to a table where I sat down at a table and didn't know anybody, and the people that were in the front of us never even turned around to say hi. We just sat there. We went and played a couple of numbers, then off for this press thing, and the first thing they go was like, hey, how do you feel that they didn't put you in for 23 years? You know, and you kind of go like, fuck you, fuck all of you people. I never was introduced to the Black Keys. I didn't know who they were personally.
Right.
I walked in through security, and there's this guy looking at me, like making goo-goo eyes at me or something, and I walk up to him, and I go, what are you doing? What are you doing tonight? You know? And he says, oh, I'm reading your speech. I said, oh, great. I said, I can't wait to get the fuck out of here.
Right.
That's what I said to him.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't know who he was. If we had been introduced, I'm sure we would have gotten along because we like the same kind of music. And, you know, they're working musicians and stuff. The whole thing was a setup. I felt really bad for the other bands, and I felt bad for the way they were used. And I felt really angry at the lack of interest by the people that actually run this thing and who put it together. They didn't show up.
It doesn't get any better, does it? Are you shocked?
Yeah, it's going to get better. I'm going to get these guys. They're going to be sorry that they treated all these people this way. And it's going to go on, and it's going to get better. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's actually going to go to Cleveland.
Right.
And the museum's actually going to mean something. And the funding they raise is actually going to be used for music education before I'm done.
What are you planning?
Oh, I can't tell you.
What? Are you planning something?
I'm planning to keep it in the news, and I'm planning to investigate them. I've already got all their public documents, and I want to see where they're spending the money. I want to see who's being paid. I want to check it all out.